The podcast for Boston is brought to you in part by Ketch's Law Group. Just like the Eagles rely on teamwork to win on the field, you can count on Ketch's Law to fight for you in the courtroom. Over $3 billion recovered for our clients and no fee unless you win. Ketch's Law Group, the legal team on your side.
I'll be the best alive. I'm gonna show you how to do it right. You'll see how you should be living life. But when you do, it's not that hard. Really gonna wanna give it up. I'll be the best alive. I'm gonna show you how to do it right.
What's up, BC? I'm Giovanni, and this is the podcast for Boston. Today, BC women's tennis is in the house. Seren, Agar, Leyden, and Natalie Eordekian joining us. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
6-2 start to the season. You guys are towards the end of the tennis season, at least for the winter slate, or we still got a long way to go?
Long way to go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
ACC start this weekend.
Yes. That's a big start at Duke. A couple of cool matches on deck. Guys, you've been outside. Tennis, an outdoor and indoor sport. With 3 feet of snow on the outdoor courts, I imagine that you're shaking your head, right? We don't need any more snow, do we?
No, we don't need any more here.
I've always wondered, obviously you probably have a favorite playing surface, but being limited to a hard court indoors, does that change anything for you guys?
I think definitely when we travel, like this weekend's definitely going to be difficult going to hotter conditions and definitely outside. The wind is a big factor. And then the heat in Miami and Tallahassee. But, we adjust, we prepare the day before. But definitely our home matches, I think we handle pretty well. And our courts are identical, so it's not that big of an issue at home, at least. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite playing surface?
I would say hardcore. I just grew up on hardcore, but I do love clay. Yeah, especially international, Yeah,
same. Yeah. I think growing up, I loved playing on clay.
Yeah.
But once you're obviously playing college tennis, you're always playing on hardcore. And I think that's something, even if it's not your favorite, it's something that you do adjust to. So over time, I have loved playing on hardcore, and it's great.
But if you had the choice, I mean, I know with clay you have the slide capabilities. So maybe if you're in the alley or get into a shot, you get to put that foot down and just slide into it. That seems to be that's one of the more fun things about tennis. You can't really do that on hardcourt though.
No, you can.
I would say it depends on the person. Honestly, some people can slide on hardcourt. And I've been able to do it a few times during matches, but you are prone to more injuries that
I was going to say, that might come with a little pain, but worth it for the shot, right?
Yes, of course.
Worth it to make the hit. So you guys each have a story coming here to BC. Leyden, I want to start with you, graduate transfer from USC. Talk about, coming to a spot with snow all the way over from California, right? Why was BC, the school and the tennis program, the next place for you?
Well, honestly, I drove up one day. So my boyfriend, he works in Providence. And one day I literally just drove up from Providence. It's an hour away from home and from him. And I just fell in love with BC. I was like, oh my gosh, this campus is so amazing. And that's when I reached out when I entered the transfer portal of my last year. I reached out to Nigel, and then I just, we started talking, and then I committed here, and it was a great decision. Yeah.
What was it about the tennis program that stood out to you?
Tennis program? Honestly, just being in an environment I wanted to try playing the new tennis life on the East Coast, because I grew up in California, so I grew up on the West Coast, and I went to USC so close to home, so I never really left far. So I kind of just wanted to start over in a program that was just a new start. Honestly,
yeah, going from coast to coast,
coast to coast. That's really what I was thinking.
Not
even necessarily but just that, just playing in the ACC and kind of a new start was more where I was going at.
And you mentioned falling in love with BC. I feel, did you have something to add?
No.
No.
Just moving the mic.
Because I wanted to hear about your guys' stories next, because it feels like there's so many people that I talk to. I certainly had this moment when I just stepped on this campus. I'm like, wow, this is where I have to go to school. I can picture myself here, right? You have the Hogwarts-like buildings. You got all the great facilities and amenities and stuff like that. So Natalie, Seren, what was that story like for you?
Well, I grew up in New York City, so I definitely wanted something close to home, but not super close, not in New York. And BC is a great place because it is close to the city, but it's not directly in the city. and it does have that campus feel, which I loved. And then in terms of the tennis, I think definitely competing in the ACC is something I was looking for. We have a really demanding schedule, and it's just a great school, both tennis life and academics. So.
Yeah. I mean, going off of that, I was, playing tennis in Jersey. I live in Jersey. I think mainly for me, I also wanted to go to a school that was not only in the ACC conference and also being able to just go to a school that felt like home and close to home. So I really wanted that. And I think that BC was just really the place for me. And I'm so glad that I was able to come here.
It's funny. All three of you mentioned the league, the ACC being such a strong tennis conference and sports league overall, generally. What is it now that you've all have been here for Leyden? I know you just got here, but Natalie, Seren, maybe you could answer this a little bit better about being here for 3-4 years and getting to play in that. What has that been like?
Oh, God. I mean, it's been brutal, honestly. And I can say from the very first day I first stepped foot onto campus, I can tell you that my captains, and for us, coming in as freshmen, I think it was just a wake up call of how serious it is. And it is very demanding with academics and playing at such a in such a great conference and being able to just do both. It can be hard, but I feel we both leaned on each other a little bit, and it did really help us. But I feel over the years, I've learned a lot, and I feel more confident in my game. And just even being on campus and making so many friends, I feel I've really learned a lot, and yeah, a lot of opportunities as well. So
This weekend going to North Carolina and Duke, you have players who might go professional. So it's an incredible opportunity to be traveling to these schools and competing against the top 5 teams in the country. So it's honestly, I'm just so grateful to have that opportunity. And it's just a joy to be a part of it.
Great match, right?
Yeah.
Best on best, getting some of the absolute utmost competition. Leyden, correct me if I'm wrong, you would have played in now 3 of the old Power 5 leagues. Were you at USC for the Pac-12?
Yes.
Then for the Big Ten, and then now in the ACC. How does the ACC compare to those two?
Honestly, it's definitely just different schools. Like I said, it's kind of a new start. And that's why I wanted to come. That's why I chose going from West Coast to East Coast, is I'm really grateful because I get to experience kind of 2 different schools. And I was actually talking the other day, USC and BC have a lot of similarities, but they're so different in their own ways. So I think just kind of getting this experience is something I'm really grateful about. And then still getting a degree from USC, then coming here, then getting my MBA from BC is something I'm really thrilled. So,
and that academics part, right? So
that's a big thing for me.
Just,
was looking at BC was the academics are great here.
There's only a few schools, I think USC being one of them, that like BC, balance academics and athletics, just was that both of them being so good and so attractive. Were there any players growing up? Maybe you mentioned some people in college now going pro, Natalie. Were there any players for you guys growing up that you watched that were particularly influential?
Well, I would say more recently, Leyla Fernandez, just similar game style as me, short, lefty. She's kind of someone I want to embody when I play. But definitely, of course, Serena Williams, Roger Federer, icons
The
of
classics.
the game, and just loved watching them play. So
Yeah.
Well, so for me, it was Camila Giorgi. And it was because her dad was her coach. So growing up, my dad's always been mine. So that was someone that I kind of always I really liked Camila Giorgi. And then, but of course, Fed too. But if we're gonna go, Camila, I really like her. So yeah.
I would say probably Sabalenka. Oh my God. I love
insanely.
Yeah.
I love watching her play. I genuinely think that her game style is something that I literally try to copy in matches. And it's just the way she shows herself on court. She's got a very aggressive game style. And it's almost every time she steps on the court, it's she wants her opponents to feel they're intimidated by her. And I think that's something that I've always tried to pick up on and be able to do, because it is really helpful. Like if your opponent isn't scared of you, then like what are you doing?
I mean, I can only like picture being an opponent. I can't even imagine it. Like just having to like play that, and even against like players of your level, right? Just being in a college tennis match. I played recreationally, right? Not good at all, right? But just you play for fun, and then you see that, and you're like, wow, she just served it 80 miles per hour right past me. I didn't have time to shift the racket to the right hand to get and even try to hit back that shot. Tennis being such a, I think a global sport, right? International, popularity. Do you have a favorite tournament to watch? One of the 4 majors or just any one that happens over the course of a year?
I have to say the Australian Open.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
was gonna agree.
And I feel like that's underrated, right? Because of the timing here in
Yes.
America, you start matches at 3 a.m. But that
Yes.
was great.
For me, definitely the Australian Open. I was born and raised in Australia. I lived in Melbourne. So growing up there, I did play on the Australian Open grounds. And
Wow.
my parents just were there for 2 weeks and they just got back a couple days ago. But I think just watching the Australian Open, it really makes me miss home. And I really do hope once I graduate, I can go back because I do have family there as well. But I always used to practice with friends on the courts they had there. And it was an amazing experience. And I would love to go back soon.
What was that experience like of getting to play on that court?
I mean, it was just just an incredible feeling. And I remember one time I was playing a set with one of my close friends and I saw Nick Kyrgios and he had his Beats headphones. He was locked in. He had practiced in an hour and he was watching my practice set with one of my friends. And at the time he wasn't even that popular in tennis yet. And he was still developing his game and stuff. So seeing him there, I was oh my God, wow, he's watching me practice.
So that's what happens in Melbourne, I guess, right?
Yeah,
When you're
yeah.
just day at the court.
Yes.
Leyden, what's your favorite tournament?
Well, so it's actually on my bucket list to go to the Australian Open. I would love to go to Australia. So I know I talked to Seren all the time. Oh my gosh, take me, please. Show me around. So
Yeah.
We'll
I
go.
definitely want to go there. I know.
Team
it's a
trip, team
it's a plan. I know. Come on, let's get this in the books. Yeah, definitely Australian Open. I would say Wimbledon. I haven't been to Wimbledon yet, but I just think wearing all white is so niche and not niche, that's the wrong
Aesthetic.
word. Aesthetic. There we go.
It feels like it's got
super
a
aesthetic.
grandeur to
Yeah.
it, right? The grass,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
tennis
It's a
club,
whole-
and the whites.
Yeah,
it's-
I really like
Yep.
that. And I think that'd just be such a cool experience.
Oh, yeah.
There's even a club over here. What is it? It's on grass. It's
Ooh.
Hall of Fame.
I-
Longwood?
That's the
Long-
thing.
you guys know
Longwood?
better than I would.
it's all grass and it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's in
I know what you're
Connecticut
talking
or
about,
something.
yeah.
Really close, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we have to make a trip up there one day and kind of get a little feel.
I think that'd be
for
great
Wimbledon.
to even play on grass court.
Yeah.
What,
I
what
played
would
on
a
grass court
college
once.
match be like on a grass
Oh,
court?
The
I
ball
was-
does not bounce. You see, I played
Yes.
once on a grass court in Denver, Colorado. And
Yeah.
it was,
Okay.
I was like, wow, it
So,
just
so
doesn't
yeah, what are some of
really-
the, talk about that? What are some of the differences between grass and any other surface?
Wow. Well, definitely different. The ball doesn't bounce very high. I mean, what else do you guys think about the grass court? It's.
I mean,
10
we
minutes,
actually Natalie and I, our freshman year, we actually played a tournament
A
there.
doubles
Are you
tournament.
really?
We
On
played a
grass?
doubles
Newport.
tournament.
Country club.
Okay.
Yeah, it was at
Oh.
Newport, and
Wow.
it was a doubles
Fancy.
tournament. We had to all wear white. It was a great experience. Honestly, I had so much fun.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a tournament, but it also felt like a really fun
Yeah.
excursion.
And that specific facility has so much history about I think it was the first tennis club or place built, and it was just a beautiful.
Like
Yeah.
in America?
I'm not exactly sure about the facts, but
It's old. It's old.
it's
Yeah.
old and just very special. It is a
Yeah.
very special place.
And how did we do at said tournament?
I did not play, but I was injured. But Seren did.
I played with one of my teammates, and we made it to the semifinals. And we never actually even played doubles together. So I
Oh,
think that was really great.
First time on grass,
Yes.
semifinalist.
It wasn't my first
bad.
time on grass playing. I think in the
Okay.
juniors played
Yeah.
an ITF tournament on grass, but I really do like grass a lot. I think it's interesting and it's fun you have to really learn quickly how to play on it
Yeah.
right before a match. So
It's
but
definitely.
it's really fun.
I've never played a tournament, so I don't really know. It's a
Grass
different,
court's really
it's
fun.
a different thing for sure.
Yes.
Talk about sliding. Dirt will come up if you slide too hard. And
Yeah. Well, there's also a carpet tennis court too now. I went to Switzerland over the summer and they had
Okay.
indoor carpet tennis courts.
Yeah.
So there's all these surfaces.
new surfaces to
Yeah,
learn and
for
to
real.
adjust to.
So-
Maybe a new favorite. Maybe
Yeah, that's what I'm
sometime
saying.
down
To
the
answer
road.
your question, maybe
Yeah.
next time might change. So let's
There you
see.
go.
Yeah.
Natalie is a
Mhm.
New Yorker, U.S. Open fan.
Of course, I had to say that. I thought that was kind of obvious. but yeah, I grew up 20 minutes from the US Open in Queens, New York. Could just take the 7 train right in. I would always go for the qualifying rounds. They were free with my friends.
That's
Just
great.
to walk around, see the pros practice, see the qualifiers compete to get into the main draw. So it was a very special tournament. I did play a little bit on the grounds too, but growing up, just yeah.
That may be the
definitely favorite.
coolest after school activity for a tennis player.
Definitely,
Hop on the
yeah.
train, go catch some
Right.
action at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
That whole event is great. And really it's a reflection of tennis, right? It's a reflection of the global popularity of the sport, as I was talking about. Here at BC, it's your coach, just to start with that, here for 27 years, maybe
Oof.
approaching 30.
Maybe longer. Yeah.
I mean, just to see what he's built this team and this program. And you guys talked about some of why you chose this team in BC. But now that you've gotten to play from, Leyden, maybe your first year, you guys now 4 years, how have you seen that embodied day in and day out?
I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I think our
Loaded question.
definitely. But I think our coach, I think Nigel's honestly done an incredible job with the team. I think obviously being coaching for so long, he obviously knows what he's doing. At times, I think there's, little issues where maybe it's not it's hard when it's a small team, and tennis is obviously an individual sport. So it can definitely be difficult going from juniors into college and playing college tennis and being on a team. I think it's something that you have to learn, and it takes some time. But I think Nigel's honestly really helped with that, and he's really made it easier for us to be able to work together and really just pull out some incredible wins in the ACC conference.
Do you have anything to add?
Oh yeah. Well, so she's had a longer experience with Nigel. So I've had this year, but I've honestly been having a great experience. He really cares, for each of us, not only on the court, but also off the court as well. I've noticed really values putting in the work. So I've honestly had a great experience so far. And and it's been a lot of fun, especially playing alongside these girls. Yeah. So I really can't ask for
And you mentioned, Seren, tennis is an individual sport, but it's been in college tennis. I think the unique wrinkle, right, is that you're playing for a team. You're playing to score. You're playing to win as a unit. I ran track and field in high school, so I kind of understand this, right, where it's so individual, but you're kind of scoring for your team, right? How do you balance maybe individual goals and successes with that underlying team achievement?
Well, that's honestly a really great question. I don't even know where to begin at that.
I think when it comes to being on a team, and obviously the difficult part can be, for your own goals, you want to be able to achieve having a good winning record, right? I think that's something that we all really strive to do all the time for when it comes to just being in season, having the winning record, not only for your own singles match, but also on the team as well. Because I think there's times where you'll win your singles match, but the team loses the overall, right? But then it's also the opposite, where you lose your singles match and the team wins. So it's sort of how you manage being able to still be very much happy with the overall win for the team, but also the other time where you can't also be too happy because you lost as the overall team, but you won your match, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think winning as a team is just always my priority. I do not care if I lose both matches. If the team wins, I'm happy, I'm thrilled. And I mean, I obviously contribute my best and want to contribute to the overall team and help out to get another point on the board. But if we can get it done without my help, I'm just as happy. So it is difficult to balance. And I think we were talking about this the other day, the scoreboard watching during our own matches can be very distracting, but it is a huge part of the game. For instance, if, it's a tight match overall, if it's 3-3 in the overall score, you're the deciding match. That's a lot of pressure. If the team already won, you feel you can relax a little bit. So the overall team score and how everyone's doing can definitely impact your match. But I will say I'll take any team win over my own win because,
So you bring up a good point with the scoreboard watching. How will you guys manage that? Will you scoreboard watch, or maybe situationally? Will your coach bring in some of that information? How does that work?
Well,
so I was just going to say, I do think I'm better when I don't scoreboard watch, but if it is a tight match, I do instinctively look at what's going on.
Yeah.
So I think it is difficult, but staying locked in as best as possible is best for me, just because I do get a little thrown off with the emotions of pressure of the team match, because again, that's my goal in the match.
Right.
But
I think, well, something like also on like the last question you asked as well is growing up, this is such an individual sport, tennis, like honestly, like, wow, like, because I did the whole online school route, everything like that. So I think coming to school, understanding that like this match is not only my own, like even watching like our teammates play yesterday, we get so nervous and it's everything. It's like, I want them to win. It's like my own match.
Yeah.
And when we're on the court, it's like, it's not only you, it's so many other matches. And I think playing college tennis has not only taught me, but so many other players, like it's so much more than individual sport. And it's a different kind of vibe. It's totally different.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest change, I think, coming to college tennis.
And that's a good point you bring up, that you've got doubles, right? Seren, I know you're primarily a doubles player. Maybe this year has that changed? Or?
I play both singles and doubles.
But you've got that experience then, right? Of singles, that's where you feel kind of not isolated, because you've got the team goal. But again, it's you and the other person out there, right? And then doubles, you've got one of your teammates to lean off of. Is there a difference in philosophy between those two, singles and doubles?
I think you can definitely lean more on your partner in doubles. I feel like me and Seren have great chemistry on the court.
Yeah.
She's super confident, which innately makes me a little bit more confident when I'm playing. And just her aggressive game style helps me, feel a little bit more loose out there. So I think you can definitely feed on each other's vibe in a doubles match. Singles, it's all on your own. So you got to kind of get that energy by yourself. But I do think the energy we've created with just going into the match with positivity, cheering, being really loud has helped with the overall team vibe with singles matches as well. So it's a mix of both. But
we mentioned chemistry. How do you guys develop in terms of from a doubles perspective? How do you develop that on or off the court?
I think communication. Communication's big. I think we're in relationships, everything. I tell everyone, like communication, like, because as soon as in doubles, as soon as you stop like giving each other high fives, you stop talking to each other, that's just a recipe for disaster. It doesn't really matter. No matter how bad it's going, you just always have to communicate with your partner.
Yeah, I agree with that. And honestly, like in doubles, especially, like I've always believed that even if you're down or maybe your partner's having a bad day on court, like you guys are out there together, and like there never should be a moment where you're blaming your partner, because it's a team effort. And I've always made sure that even if things aren't going well, to just always be positive, because at the end of the day, like if we lose together, and it's nobody's fault. And if we win together. So
Great. It's a great way to look at it. How does that come to life in practice?
in practice, honestly, I would say I don't even know how to answer that question.
Well, in practice, you're playing with your teammate, you're playing against your teammates.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Is there room
vibe,
for more I don't want to say dissecting, because like each point, right, you can go back and kind of look at that. I mean, that's in some ways the purpose of practice, right? But in a match, it doesn't feel like there's time to kind of go back and look at the last point. It's more kind of forward thinking.
Yeah.
Let's just attack the next one. So that's more what I was getting at. How does that work? How does that relationship come to life?
I do think just that's kind of a struggle for me, focusing on that next point. That's like the biggest hurdle, I think. But that's the key of how I feel like we all can get success, by putting the last point behind us, focusing on the next point, because our mental toughness coach says the most important point of the match is the next point, which is key. So, and I do think within any game, you're never out. Like it could be love 40, it could be 0-5. You're never out of a match. And I think it's a huge part of college tennis as well, with that just built-in pressure of it playing for something bigger than yourself, a team environment. Anything can happen. So just the matches are way different than practice.
Oh, yeah. And good.
Oh, I was just gonna say in practice too, you actually kind of want to look at your last point. What did you do wrong? Coach will come up and talk to you. Whereas what she was saying in matches, you got the last
Flush
point
it.
happened, it's
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
You really can't get back because it's also when you're losing points in practice, it's you don't take it like to heart as much. It's more obviously you don't like tank and stuff, but like if I were to play Seren in a practice set, like it goes like both ways. So it's not like anything like, oh, like winning or losing is not the priority. Whereas in matches, it's like, oh, like it's just different. Yeah.
But at the same time, right? You talk about going back and looking in practice. Are there moments where you can do that in a match where you can make some of those adjustments mid-set or mid-game?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tennis is a crazy sport where you could literally lose the first set 0-6 and win the first set
And have it not even matter.
and lose 6-7. I only say
Yeah.
this because it happened 2 days ago for me. I won 6-0 and lost 6-7. But it literally like tennis is just one of those sports. It's a beauty because I was a competitive skier growing up and it was one of
Oh,
those
wow.
things like, well, until I was like 13 was like you only have like one race has to be perfect. So you start from start to finish and you get docked. It's very like intense. Whereas tennis, you could start off the match like not playing your best and then come around. It's like the best match you've ever had, like the most memorable, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a lot. So I don't know if that, but yeah.
No, 100%. Because you could, like you said, get blanked in that first set and it's like it didn't even happen if you
Yeah.
just win the next two.
Yeah, so that's why I chose tennis because
Yeah.
I was like, I could be a little
Can't really,
imperfect
I don't know
is
how that
okay.
comes to life
Yeah.
in skiing. If you fall in the first run,
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's
God forbid you sustain an injury. Then
yeah,
there's no other set or other race, right?
Whereas
Like,
this you can start off and then
Exactly.
come back second set. So
and that's the unique thing about your practice is you practice right in the plex, right? And one thing I always notice outside of maybe when I work out up there, I can hear when you guys are on the court because I hear how hard the ball comes flying off your racket. It's really cool to watch. I see people looking all the time at the quality of tennis versus when someone like me gets on the court and is just messing around out there. But those banners are always up around your court, right? When you're practicing. Does that have any sort of motivating power as you're on the court? Are you seeing some of the old accolades for BC tennis?
1000%. I mean, every year our coach makes it a mission to go over team goals, and definitely the biggest one is making the NCAAs. And then he's always subtly during practice pointing to that banner with the NCAAs. So that's definitely the biggest goal for us and what we want to achieve every season. So it is a huge motivator.
What was the effect on you, Leyden, when you started practicing here and just saw all the names on those banners?
it was cool. It was good.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it like the setup's really nice. I like it. And they're, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just kind of having, I don't want to say a gallery, right? Because I don't think people are actively watching your practice, but just, you practicing in the plex and knowing that maybe someone's watching, does that in any way, and forgive me if I'm overthinking it, prepare you for like college tennis matches and having people watch?
Well, I've never thought of it that way, but it can be. Yeah, I think that's actually could give me more confidence with people coming to matches.
Yeah.
Like be like, oh, people watch our practice. Like,
Exactly.
I kind of like it because honestly, sometimes I see my friends up there working out and like they're like trying to like call out my name like when I'm literally practicing and like just really
That'd be the
focus.
downside, right? Is
Yeah,
it
sometimes I get a
potential
little annoyed.
distractions?
Sometimes I get annoyed, but honestly, it is in a way helpful because when we do travel and like when we are playing the ACC schools, they always have like a big crowd. Sometimes their men's team will even show up, just even be louder, and it's so important to just really be focused on your core and not the outside noises. And I think that's something that our coach always tells us to do. Because at the end of the day, you're the one on the court playing, and like you can't really control what the people on the outside are doing and trying to, even if they're trying to distract you.
And speaking of blocking out the noise, I feel like one thing we didn't talk about with maybe tennis tournaments, the individuality of tennis is it can be hard to dial in sometimes. When you got take Wimbledon or any of these big tournaments, for example, take the Australian Open, crowd is such a big part of tennis. Momentum swings, right? When someone maybe goes down 2 sets, when you get back into those next, or not down 2 sets in women's tennis, it's if you go down 1 set, right? The way you get back into those 2 sets is with the crowd, right? What effect has crowd had on your matches here at BC?
I would say, whenever it comes to tennis, no matter what happens, it's always good to focus on your controllables and things that you aren't able to control. It's really out of like you can't do anything about it. So I think becoming like a tennis player, like you kind of have to get into like the zone, and it's not easy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's days when you like let things like, like distract you or do this, but it's really just trying to get in the zone and just not letting the uncontrollables get in your way.
The podcast for Boston is brought to you by Mooney Dental in Woburn. Kevin Mooney is a proud BC alum. NWN, the official technology infrastructure partner of Boston College Athletics, and the Stockyard. Stop into the Stockyard in Brighton every Thursday night for the Bill O'Brien radio show. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Boston College Athletics. Find tickets to Eagles games and more.
Yeah.
Be resilient.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to stay locked in and focused because, I mean, at the end of the day, like you're the one playing, but like, God, it can be so hard sometimes.
Yeah, and that's almost something you kind of just have, right? The ability to do that or not to do that, to be resilient and lock in. And I think that's kind of required to even get to college tennis, right? In juniors, wherever you're playing before, you've got that experience doing that. And maybe that's why my mind goes to, when people are watching around in the Plex, because that's something, if you can get more practice doing that, correct me if I'm wrong, it kind of helps, it won't harm you when you get to match day.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
If anything, it helps you. So,
I honestly love having people watch me.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if it's something maybe minute like that, where it's, you have people running around the track or on the treadmill, right? And it's just having a pseudo crowd there, right?
Yeah.
And just being able
sure.
to practice with that sort of resiliency.
And tennis is also a very like alone sport where you're on your own.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have a little crowd. So
Natalie, you brought up goals. NCAA's at the top of mind, but what are some other maybe individual personal goals, and then of course some other team goals in addition?
We always, for the team goals, I think our coach definitely puts emphasis on doubles. So having a winning doubles record across the season is huge because college tennis is such a psychological sport with the way the format's set up with scoring. So getting off to a good start with the doubles point is huge to carry that momentum into singles. So I think as a team, being able to get that doubles point first is really important. So definitely have a winning doubles record. And then individually, I think just having an overall winning record would be nice, but just trying my best. So it's not anything, you can't control the outcome. So yeah.
Any personal or team goals for you guys?
I think for personal goals, same thing. Like obviously, we all want to have a winning record for individual and as a team. And for me, it's really just my main thing that I always try to work on, and is my biggest goal is just really just like controlling like my emotions on court. And I think that's something that's so important for me to always work on and just make sure that I can hopefully be able to achieve just being so focused and not letting anything like affect me. And like, I would love to be able to really have full control over that.
Yeah.
For team goals, I think it's cultivating a positive team environment and just having a good energy in practices and matches and being very supportive of one another, which I do have to say, I feel like this semester has been going like really great. And all the girls on the team have been talking about that the energy's been great. Personal goals, definitely, I will have like several. I have many. But one for my biggest one would be going out and just enjoying the process. And because this might be like, this is our last year. If not, like maybe we might get one more. But like, it's really just focusing on every chance that we get to play. Because what's after this is like jobs, like the real world. So, and then also like, who knows, playing more tournaments. But right now, just really just enjoying the process is my goal. Every second, Yeah. So.
Yeah, kind of savoring it. I feel I'm a senior as well, so I feel it. And looking back on your experiences with BC, both tennis and as a student, what are some of your favorite memories?
My favorite memory?
You can pick a tennis one or just one as a student, or both.
I'd say I did think about this before. Our Miami trip was so fun.
Yes.
We went our sophomore year.
Any excuse to head down to Florida, right? And get some, you guys get away from this cold weather for a bit.
That was amazing.
We went to Miami. So we played Miami and Florida State, but we played Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium.
Yes.
No kidding.
The Hard Rock Stadium, which is where the Miami Open is played at. So we got lucky with the timing. That 1 week that the Miami Open was going on, there was the matches then. So
That's great.
it was an incredible experience. We got to see the pros play, walk on the facility, and it was really
Yeah,
fun.
honestly, I was gonna say the same answer to that too, because literally, like felt like we were like literally pros, like
Yeah.
playing, like because we had like fans coming too, especially for the
to our
doubles.
match, yeah.
And there was like a lot of people coming because I think they honestly probably thought we were like professional players. And so
They
it
don't know
felt-
the difference.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you guys practically are, right?
I mean, we were playing there, and so
Yeah.
they honestly, I don't know, it was an
Yeah.
amazing.
How
experience.
does the Miami Open court compare to Melbourne?
Ooh, I don't think it.
Maybe
I don't-
apples and
it's-
oranges,
right.
I don't. I mean, they're both amazing, but I can't. The Australian Open
No, you
and
can't
playing
beat
there, you can't compare that.
Mm.
It's beautiful, and yeah. I
but
really
you've got a
enjoy
lot of experience playing in like a big stadium.
it.
That's cool.
Yes.
Leyden, how about you?
Well, I'm trying to think. Wait, sorry, could you please repeat the question one more time? Sorry about that.
What's your favorite memory? I'll limit it to
Okay,
BC.
yes,
Limit
I'm
it to
sorry. I was
BC
thinking
because
about
I'm sure you've
I
got a bunch
actually,
of them from
I
your-
actually, this is really funny because I was actually thinking about like Australia, and then I was thinking about, so Seren's introduced me to these Australian chocolates, and I was gonna say something, I was like, no, but I've been buying them every week, so it's just so good. Just
There
a
you
little
go.
thing I want to go into Australia. I got a little sidetracked with
No,
the
that's
Australia
okay
thing.
because I'm
We're
sure
planning
those
a trip.
chocolates are.
So my favorite memory, so obviously like I'm newer like this last year, but something that I really enjoyed would probably, there's so many like cute little memories. I don't even know where to start.
Honestly, in the
You can
in
say
the
more.
fall.
Yeah, say as many as you
Say one
like.
in the
In
Yeah.
the fall, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I have one. So one thing I really liked was this one day last fall where we took a trip to go and like we went on like a little hike and Nigel showed us around. It was Gloucester. So
Gloucester.
Gloucester, yeah.
Gloucester,
And
yes.
I've actually like I've not been, so I'm like a West Coast girl. I told you about this. So there's a lot of places on the East Coast that I need to figure out and like go check out and things like that.
Exploring. There you
Yeah,
go.
no,
Yep.
and I love it. So I'm becoming like more of like an East Coast girl, which I never thought I would be. I was a West Coast diehard West Coast. Lily, I'm out here like what the heck. But
Yeah, the most surprising thing I ever heard from her was, "Have you ever tried pliables?" And I'm from
Yeah,
and,
this
We don't
and,
know
and I'm from
pliables out
Jersey.
here.
and I'm-
No,
Well, it's
from
not. It's not a
Jersey.
foreign country. We have pliables out
well,
here.
the
Yeah.
first week I texted Seren. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's this like really cool acai bowl place right next to campus. Like, do you want to come with me? Like, let's go try it." She's like,
yeah.
"What?" I'm like,
Pliables?
I was like, "What's the name
"No,
of the
no,
place?"
California doesn't have that.
Really?
There's like Sun Life or
Oh.
Nectar. Nectar is like kind of all over the states. So.
Okay. Well, is there
Yeah.
an equivalent in California? Like I mean,
Oh, California, their acai bowls are good. California is like, I mean, like Sun Life, like I was saying, is really good. Like USC had one in the Village, like in like USC Village.
in the yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was a little pricey, but it was so good. they're like Blue Magic bowl was like my I think it was called like Blue Lagoon.
Playa is like a little big now, right? It's a
Yeah.
huge chain, so you kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah, oh, so
place
it's-
place
yeah,
like
yeah,
place
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
tucked in the village.
Yeah.
You were saying though about the hike in Gloucester.
Oh yeah, it was really fun. It was a really cool view, and it was kind of a cool thing to check out, like on the East Coast. That's new, different, and I love like the little towns. I love the vibe.
It was very cute.
Yeah, and I also this is like
Very.
the one place where it snows on the beach, like the Taylor
Yeah.
Swift song.
Oh my
I didn't know that was
Yep.
actually a thing, but yeah.
That does happen on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Moving into the more into the personal side away from tennis. If you had to go back and give your freshman year self, this can be at USC for you,
Mm-hmm.
Leyden, one piece of advice, what would it be and why?
That is a great question, and actually, I tell everyone this. My sister is just going to college this next year, my little sister. I think one thing from college that a lot of people don't realize, the most like valuable thing is the people you meet. And that's something that like going back, which it was always like when I first started college, it was always about the wins, it's all about the superficial things. It's really the memories you meet with people and the friendships. Like I still talk to my friends from USC almost every day.
That's great.
And it's because of these connections and just things like that. And I really think that's the best advice I could give, is focusing on those things, obviously focusing on everything as well, but enjoying and working hard and just giving everything you can without any regrets. It's kind of like that.
No, I think that's a great response to that question, honestly. For me, I think obviously yes to that. But also my freshman year when I came in, I think I was very shy and very just quiet, and I wasn't really confident with meeting people and also on the tennis court too. And I really did struggle a lot my freshman year. So I think I would just tell myself, to my freshman year self, honestly, to just be comfortable in who you are and just be confident. And I would honestly say like the amount of confidence I built till this day has just like really shaped me as a person.
College about like figuring out who you are. You know?
Right, and that's what
Yeah.
college is, right? And
Mhm.
those people are such a rewarding part of it.
Yeah,
Right?
they
Just
shape you.
lifelong friendships. you
Yeah,
hopefully have
for
forever.
sure.
I think for me, just finding gratitude in everything that I'm doing and where I've gotten to, because obviously there's days that can be tough, and with balancing the academics, with tennis, wins, losses every week. So just being able to find gratitude with what I'm doing and just the process of what we get to do each day, because I feel like reframing that we get to do these things instead of we have to is really important, and a good mindset that I've been able to kind of establish. So that would be something that I think my freshman year self would appreciate. Yeah.
It's totally true, because with all the things to manage, it feels like so much stress, but in a way it's like good stress, right? Because they're good
Yeah.
problems to have, right? And just things that we have to manage. It can be difficult to kind of organize all that, especially with the life of a college athlete. That's the thing I always marvel at with all the teams and groups we have in here, is that your schedules are just so demanding. So it's really go ahead.
I would love to add one more thing actually as
Please.
well. That's cool. Is also too like I think my freshman year self is entirely different than I am now. I've completely changed like my like how I look at life, how I look at things, like glass half full rather than half empty, and like not being a victim to things, and like taking advantage of like what you have. And I think that's kind of another thing I just thought I would like to add.
No,
I don't know, something
absolutely.
like that. Like we're all going to change, just like
Exactly.
evolving.
That's what
for
college
the
is all
story.
about,
Everything.
right? So-
College is about just you're not going to
Yeah.
be like freshman year, and everyone's
Yep.
goals are different. Yeah.
Freshman year Leyden, very different from the Leyden.
Oh yeah, if
joining
I could
us
see her
now.
talk to freshman year Leyden, there's a lot I would tell her, and a lot of
Yeah.
mindset, like things
I
I've
feel like
learned over the
I
years.
certainly all felt. I think we all feel
Yeah.
the same way. Getting into some more of the
Mm-hmm.
of the fun questions, right? Because this is what we want to do here. We want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ask these to all the people we've had in here, and we're very excited to hear Tennis's responses. Favorite dining hall on BC's campus? Do you eat
Lower.
at the dining halls? Or,
Lower, definitely.
I know with some seniors and upperclassmen, they don't really eat at the dining halls anymore.
Or
But
do we say stew?
Hillside.
Stewart.
No.
oh,
Newton.
Newton Love.
Matt
Nice.
and I.
So we're
Yeah.
going lower.
We
We are
are,
going.
but Stuart, good second.
Close second.
Live, love, stew. We miss that place.
Got to put that on a shirt. You
Yeah, I
should
know.
sell it.
I know.
Leyden, have you gotten to any of the dining
Hillside's
halls?
great. I've only been to Hillside and Lower,
Mm.
but I've only been to Lower with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually treat me to Lower, which is so nice. But I go to but Hillside, I'd say is my favorite.
Now,
yeah.
follow up. What are we getting at lower or at your favorite dining hall?
Grilled chicken's good.
Chicken,
Grilled
two
chicken.
sides.
Yeah.
Grilled
Oh,
chicken
Salad
and two
bar I
classic.
sides.
like
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Salmon.
Or the
rice,
omelet.
teriyaki.
The
Yeah.
omelet line is great. I like
Yes. Shout out to Dan.
Oh
Love
yes.
the
But
omelet
Yeah.
guy. Love it. I like the steak and cheese too. It's pretty good. So
yes, yes. that is
overly crowded sometimes, but you get there at the right time, in and out. Pre-match rituals for each of you guys. Do we have any superstitions?
Oh yeah.
Anything you have to do
Tennis
before a
is
match?
a very
yeah.
superstitious sport.
Very.
Growing up, I was way more superstitious than now, but I still have my certain things. Like before every match, I actually write a few words on my hand. So that's one of my superstitions.
Yeah,
Yeah, before every
nice.
match, I have to. I don't know. But I was a lot worse when I was young.
I think for me, I didn't really have any superstitious things that like, I don't know. Like I know a lot of my friends like had a lot, but I think before a match, like I just need good music, honestly, and like just having my headphones on, just sort of focusing on my mind and just being, I don't know, just calm, very calm, because that's what I need for a match.
I'm gonna say
Same?
similar.
Yeah,
Good music.
yeah.
Trying to center myself and stay calm before I walk on the court.
Especially, I feel like it's
Okay.
good because
Yeah.
our like where we play our matches for the home matches, it's in Weymouth.
Mhm.
It's like a 40-minute drive, and going there, I think I really like it because if coach isn't rambling, like just yapping and talking a lot, like I really just
Lock
put my
in,
music
yeah.
on, lock
Yeah,
in,
there
and
you
like
go.
the 40 minutes is good to just really get my mind like set and going.
Yeah.
So when we get there,
On
start
the,
warm up.
on the subject of music, who on the team has the best aux?
Oh, Seren.
Seren's
Yeah.
the only one.
Wow, that was
absolutely.
quick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
got to ask, what are we playing? What's on the playlist?
Honestly, anything that's just really upbeat. Like sometimes I'll add some like
Yeah.
house music stuff, but really I just try to mix it up and really just add the best songs that I'll always incorporate music that like other people on the team are suggesting.
Okay.
I'm very open to it, and so I think it's
She
good.
takes requests.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do take requests. Yes, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of like I love like any like Pitbull songs. Like those are good.
Yeah.
Like get you ready for a match.
It's
Like
a good rah-rah song.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Seren's actually taking a class too for.
I am. I'm in a one
tell them
credit.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm in
no
a one
kidding.
credit DJ class.
Yeah,
right
DJ
now.
class.
No kidding.
Yeah,
So
it's fun.
perfect.
This morning,
She's
yeah,
DJ
I was
Ren.
actually
Yeah.
like working on like little
Yeah.
like DJ things.
Oh,
So she's
but-
a DJ on the side too. You know, like tennis
Side
girl.
hustle.
Like it's a little
Yeah.
side.
So
little
so
side.
naturally,
Yeah.
the best
Yeah,
talks. We
exactly.
gotta get hear
I have
the
some
mix
friends
at
that
some point.
DJ too, so
Oh,
it's
there we
nice. to-
go.
I'm not
Yeah.
actually a DJ, but like I
You're
act
learning.
like one.
You're a DJ in training. There you go. I
Yeah,
didn't know they
exactly.
offered a DJ class. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of my friends is in. One of my roommates. Is
It's a
in
new
that,
class,
too.
I think, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you like the whole set? Like the whole.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Really?
Yeah, there's a
That's
whole
pretty cool.
little set. My
Yeah.
professor was like helping me today, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe even better aux on
Yeah,
the
I'm
tap.
working on it,
Can
guys.
I get better? I don't know. We'll see. Favorite day on campus? Now, Leyden, I know you've only been here for a little bit, but do you have like maybe the snow day from a couple weeks ago? Marathon Monday, maybe for if you've been here, you'll experience your 1st one of those.
I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that.
That's really
Marmon.
fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm. Yeah.
This is a cool opportunity.
Yeah.
How would you describe Marathon Monday if you had to
Yeah,
pick
I
one
didn't
word?
hear
Pick
more
one
about
word.
this.
Chaos.
One
I would say
word.
good chaos. But
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. That's like
no. But
Chaos.
chaos nonetheless.
Crazy.
I'll go concert.
yeah.
No,
that's
that's kind of
Oh
limited, but
my
there is a
gosh.
concert, which I don't know. Have we heard?
Yes, we haven't heard.
We haven't heard from it yet.
And usually there's like at least like a couple
Do I
announcements.
need to get
but the-
tickets or?
I think there is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there is a
Yeah.
ticket
So I
process.
need to
But
start
you
being
get,
on
like, the
top of that.
wristbands.
I'm gonna be ready. For
we don't
I'm
even know
excited.
who it is yet, though. Although by the
Hoping
time this
it's
comes
better
out,
than
the singer could
Sweetie.
be.
Oh,
From-
yeah.
Oh, we weren't fans of Sweetie.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no.
I was.
liked when Flo Rida
I was.
came.
I was gonna
That was
say
fun.
Flo Rida
Oh,
was.
That
a
was,
good
guys
one.
that was a good one.
Oh
Who
my
was
gosh,
sophomore year? Was our sophomore year was? I can't remember who it was. T-Pain.
Yeah.
Oh, T-Pain,
pretty good.
yeah.
No, I was
That's
not a
right.
fan
Oh,
of that
okay.
one. I was not a fan.
No.
Oh, do you guys liked it?
Better than Sweetie.
So you guys have different
freshman
music
year was
tastes.
the best.
I feel like it's gone
Yeah.
in reverse order. Flo Rida,
I think we should
T-Pain.
get Kesha.
Kesha would go hard.
Yeah,
Kesha would be
that
such
would-
Kesha would be a
concert.
good one.
Yeah. Bad Bunny.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He'd be
Comes
a
from the
tough
Super
get.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Super
now he's
Bowl
gonna
straight
do
to
that.
straight to a
Yeah.
college concert. I feel like
Yeah.
once you get there, you kind of are.
Yeah.
You're not
He's
going
not
back.
going down.
Yeah.
All right, next question. I gotta find. Is there a phrase that Coach Bentley always says?
Oh, he says a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
If you,
Oh,
you can say multiple.
There's so many. Okay, one I remembered. He always quotes Billie Jean King.
Yes.
If you
Yep. A lot.
Well,
wait
who else?
5
Yeah, in
minutes.
tennis. Yeah.
if you wait 5 minutes, if you don't have a problem now, wait 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and there'll be a problem.
Yes,
like
yes.
referring to a tennis match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because our game is crazy and there's so many twists and turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Leyden was saying, 6-0 up, you can. It's
Yeah,
just a crazy
tennis is-
sport.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very unpredictable. Well, one thing about him that which I actually love is that he'll always like send us like emails of like little like YouTube videos to watch, and it's adorable.
Yeah.
Like the other week, I got one of like it was like filmed like 40 years ago or something, like 30
Oh.
years ago. It was an old video,
But
And-
tennis related.
tennis related. It
Okay.
was great. But like they're wearing like the really like the short shorts and like the, it was,
Yep.
like the 80s.
The old gear.
But it was cool though. It was so I really like that about it. Like he likes his little like his
Yeah.
like reels or
I think it's like Facebook Reels.
YouTubes. Yeah, his Facebook reels. Like, he's definitely on.
We were
Yeah.
wondering what his,
He's not
For You
on
pages
Instagram
that's,
yet.
like, all
Yeah, he's on
He's not-
Instagram
he hasn't
yeah.
moved
or
over to-
TikTok. I don't think he has TikTok yet.
No.
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's on Facebook. Yeah, so,
it's
he's
just
watching
YouTube
those.
videos.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it'd be impossible then to pick one thing he says because
there's so much.
There's a video
It's
for it.
very
So many.
inspiring.
he'll
yeah.
pick a video to represent
Yeah.
it. On the subject of gear, is there a favorite piece of merch you have from BC Tennis? Are we wearing it right
Okay,
now?
do you have to say the jackets they give us
Oh,
are really warm?
jackets
Like
are
I really
sweet.
will only put that on, and that
Yeah.
keeps me so warm. It's amazing.
I love the
More than
sweat
they-
set.
The
Yeah.
sweat set,
We got a
yes.
matching
We have the
sweat
little
set.
like
All
tennis,
black.
Yeah.
Tennis on
Mhm.
it.
Would that be like a warm-up thing or just something to wear
Warm
around?
up
What
or
a-
traveling.
Yeah, more to wear like underneath.
On the airport.
I mean, over like your
Yeah.
tennis outfit.
Yeah.
And then like
okay.
shout out to Coach Chris because the uniforms are really cute.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's a collar neck.
Yes.
Yep.
It's really cute.
I would
She
definitely
is
say
really
tennis
good.
has some
Yeah.
great cute
Yeah.
outfits.
It is a
New
cool
Balance
uniform.
is
It is a cool
really-
uniform because
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the same time, like I feel like this. You could say this about any sport, but you've got to be able to do your sport in it,
Mhm.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very, very conducive to tennis playing. And then last question: favorite BC sport to watch that isn't your own?
Hockey.
That was
I would also say hockey. Yeah.
Yeah.
no hockey at USC, if I'm
Nope.
not mistaken.
That's one thing
but-
I was very excited about
Mhm.
coming out here. It was like I went to my first hockey game literally
Wow.
last December. Well, it was actually in Vail, so it was 2 Decembers ago. Then I went to my first college hockey game
Was that
with
with?
Seren.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
But I
that
missed
was
the
great.
bean pot because I have my financial accounting class,
Oh.
and I can't miss this
Financial
class. I
accounting,
literally
oh,
can't
no.
miss it. It's tonight. It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
but if it was any but I would for sure go. Like next year, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
go.
No, I went to the
I
bean
was
pot.
really
It was
sad
so
I missed
fun.
it.
Nice.
I know. I'm.
We got
like,
the win.
Everyone's
Yeah, we got
telling
the
me.
win.
Nice,
What was
right?
it, 6-2?
6-2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So good job
Yeah.
to hockey. Sad I wasn't there, but
Yeah.
next year.
Hockey or football?
Hockey
Yeah.
or football. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
How are football tailgate game
Oh,
days
amazing.
amongst the tennis team? Any traditions you guys have, or
Our men's team usually has like a little like tailgate spot, and
Nice.
like I don't know, whenever I'm just like walking around, like they're just there, I'm like I'll stop by,
yeah?
take all the food.
Yeah, that's great. Well, guys, thank you so much for this. Really appreciated having you on, talking a little BC tennis. We have the ACC opener on Friday. We start at Duke, so super fun. Can't wait to hear about it.
Let's go Eagles.
Yes, let's go Eagles.
Life where you do is not that